In this video, I'll be talking about the Elektra Chord from Strauss's opera of the same name. Welcome to a very special edition of
Keith Horn's Chord of the Week.
The 1909 opera Elektra by Richard Strauss, seen here doing his very best impression of Derek Zoolander, is based on classic Greek mythology and is a tale of bloody, murderous vengeance.
Creepy.
Here's the chord I want to focus on. Throughout the piece, we hear this D-flat 7 over E, which has been dubbed the Elektra Chord, and it represents the title character, Elektra, as she descends into madness. This opera is said to be Strauss's furthest advances into modernism, from which he later retreated.
No, it's too dark.
This chord can also be thought of as a polychord made up of E major and C sharp major at the same time. You can also call it an E6 with a flat 9. All of these are enharmonic equivalents of each other, but I like to think of it as a D-flat 7 over E, the minor third of the D-flat 7. Here's a variation of the same chord later in the piece. This time it's C7 over E flat, which is the minor third of C7 in the strings. And I have to say, every time I hear a string section do this, it makes me want to do this. By the way, I used to move like that at concerts as a headbanger when I was like 15, 16 years old. And now my neck hurts like all the time. So if you learn nothing else from this video, please remember this. If you have to headbang, make sure you do it responsibly and stretch before and after.
Safety first.
Now remember, this is not the Johann Strauss who wrote all the waltzes and the polkas. Here's a quick comparison of the two Strausses. Johann Strauss is meant to accompany your cotillion, and Richard Strauss is meant to haunt you in your nightmares, I guess. So let's take the Elektra Chord through some exercises. The first exercise is to take the D-flat 7 over E and just plane it exactly as it is through the circle of fifths, through the authentic cycle, like this. Next is to take it through the circle of fifths around the Plagal cycle, which is clockwise, with voice leading. And let's start with C7 over E flat this time. C, G, D, A, E, B, G flat, D flat. That's the Elektra Chord. A flat, E flat, B flat, and F.
Nice!
And finally, I'll take it through the ascending diminished cycle, which is this. And look what happens with the right hand. It pretty much stays in one place. So the cycle is C, E flat, F sharp, A, F, A flat, B, D, B flat, D flat, E, and G. The right hand hand stays within a 1-octave range the whole time. So it's kind of a circular cycle. So we'll start with C7 over E flat. And the E flat will follow the same ascending diminished cycle. So that sounds like this from C. E flat, F sharp, A, F, A flat, B, D, B flat, D flat, E, and G.
Yeah.
So that's a classic chord from Richard Strauss, and you can use it if you ever need to express a murderous rage, and you need a safe way to do so. And remember, headbangers, don't forget to stretch. You'll thank me in the morning. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and happy practicing.
Yeah. Who this? This beat. Yo, who this? Yo, who this? Who this?